fryers. Have you trained at all on wet chemicals?
I have, yeah, like you.
Wet chemical, you can use that on a normal combustible fire, i.e. paper. In fact, if your bins were on fire, you could use it on there. You could use it as a water extinguisher, but primarily it's there for your deep fat fryers. Okay, not to be used on electrics, not to be used on fuels, as in petrol, but it's ideal for your deep fats. The reason they brought out the wet chemical for kitchens is that deep fat fryers are so much hotter than a petrol fire, and the only way you can put it out is to starve it of oxygen. A wet chemical extinguisher actually puts an emulsion over the top, which is like lard. So it's like a blanket, it's sitting on top of the fire, starving it of oxygen. It will stay there until the fuel's cooled down. Okay? Carbon dioxide. People always think that CO2s, carbon dioxide will work on anything. They won't. And they're only really for fuel fires. They will work to a point on your flammable liquids in the kitchen. And they will work on a petrol fire. Mainly we stick them in for electrical. So if you've got a grill fire, you've got a computer fire, a hob, anything like that, you can use your CO2 on. The beauty of the CO2 is that the CO2 is clean. So if we were having a quick fire in the kitchen, no one would really know about it. You'd be able to cook very quickly. Use any of the other extinguishers, you've got a bit of cleaning up to do. So CO2, if you've got a hob fire, a grill, you can give it a quick blast of CO2 and it's done and you'll cook it again. If you use deep fat fryers, your powders, your foams, you've got to get all of that cleaned up before you use it again. But primarily it's the electrical. That's all of the extinguishers except for the fire blanket. Fire blanket takes away the oxygen again. Once you pick up your fire blanket, put it over the top, it's starving the fire of oxygen. It's very simple, it's very cheap, but sometimes the flames are up here and you've got to have some balls to actually get towards it. But all the time that fire blanket's in front of you, you can push that over the top of the flames, put it down and it deals with it. They're very good, but people don't like using them because the flames are putting them off. It's much easier to stand back with an extinguisher, but I would always use that in the kitchen first if you can. Alright? Right, operation. All extinguishers are the same. They have a pin in the top and the pin's held in with a tag or a sleeve. You either pull the pin out or twist and then the pin will come out. So if we pull that, it's a bit tight, twist it, that tag's broken, pin's out, it's ready for use. Different manufacturers use different pins, but it all works the same. Once that pin's out, you squeeze the levers to start and let go to stop. Okay? All extinguishers will stop and start. So if you start, you're not going to have like 2 gallons of water, or 9 litres of water out, or a big box.